Heyo everybody, Haku here with this week's read-through or reaction, whatever, for Kubera chapters 95 or episodes 95, 96, and 97, Lies for You parts 7, 8, and 9. We're very close to the end of season 1, and actually, I am kind of off by what I said last week, so I'm going to do the reaction to these 3 this week. Next week I'm going to do the reaction to the next 3, finish out season 1, then I'm going to do a character ranking, then I'm going to react to the bonus chapters from season 1 that I missed, because one of those is a character poll, and somebody brought it up last week. They're like, shouldn't you do your character ranking before reacting to the character ranking so that it doesn't influence your thoughts? And I was like, you know what? I actually don't think it would influence me that much, but that's a very good point. So I'm going to do my own character ranking, then I'll react to that stuff. I'll probably do both of those in the same week, just because I feel like reacting to the bonus chapters probably won't take very long. So I'll try to do both of those in the same week, so that you don't have to wait that long before we start Season 2, and then I'll start reacting to Season 2. But either way, let's see what we have this time around. I hate to say this arc has been very good, because Kubera's just been very good. To me, I started Kubera and Omniscient Reader at like the same time. Omniscient Reader is a series that started out kind of slow, and I definitely strongly preferred Kubera at the start, but Omniscient Reader, every time I read, just got better and better and better, whereas Kubera has just always been great. Like, every single read-through, it's like Kubera has just maintained a solid, like, just being great every single time. So I really loved and enjoyed it. It's like, I can't say, oh my god, last week was really incredible, because the week before that was incredible, and the week before that was incredible. I've just really personally gotten into Kubera a lot and really loved Kubera a lot, and it's hard to get into something like that personally when reading it for YouTube, because I'm limited to how much I can do a week, and if I did like 10 chapters a week, then I'm going to be rushing through things. I'm going to be able to do, like, even if I'm not rushing, the fact that I'm not taking breaks between it means that I'm just reading what happens next instead of discussing and theorizing as much. Because I've noticed myself doing that with Chainsaw Man now, where I'm like, I probably would have had a lot more to discuss if I would have broken it up into shorter, like, pieces to read. So breaking it up into smaller pieces is kind of good for discussion, but it's tough getting into it knowing that I can't look at this, I can't look at that. There's so much I can't look at without getting spoiled. But either way, let's continue on. Let's just read. And we're continuing with Lise. She's pretty strong. She's still much weaker than you, but she'll be stronger as time goes on. As you know, unlike other clans that like large prey, we like strong prey. But we may die if we attack strong prey recklessly, so we're inclined to feel fear rather than an appetite towards strong opponents. Then, if we choose based on our instincts, who would be our best choice of prey? And then we see Gentarva. It's the strong opponent that you can never beat, but in a state weaker than you for some reason. That kind of an opponent is the best type of prey. But that isn't the case for Lise. And then, power's not always limited to the past or present. Huh, where'd those monsters go? Okay, so he's, like, not seeing, like, he's not seeing Lise as, like, a super powerful type of prey. But then her saying that it's not limited to the past or present is hinting at, like, Lise will be very, very powerful in the future. Huh? Where'd those monsters go? But the current state she's in is weaker, but it makes you wonder, is it worth taking her down in the weakened state of she'll have power in the future? I mean, devouring her wouldn't necessarily mean you get her power in the future, you would think. Where'd those monsters go? That child has a stronger future than your present, so as a prey she's very attractive. What? Even the geography changed. There were no such pillars earlier. You mistook your feelings toward her, so she blacked out when using this once again. Even though technically, before, she didn't know she was using it, she was just blacking out. This time she, like, actively activated the spell and seemingly blacked out because she doesn't remember anything. You mistook your feelings toward her as what others call love only because you didn't know the reason you were attracted to that girl. What a funny mistake. You, who isn't even permitted to love your own mother, is talking about love for another creature. How funny. Whatever the reason may be, can't I just like her? That means everything will be fine as long as I don't see Lise as prey. Why do you have to interfere like this? I just want to make friends like others. And she stops. I see you're saying the same thing again. In the end, you'll lose your friend again, weep and forget. Instead of that, it would be better if I just took care of her. Alright, 95 lies for you 7. What just happened? Did I black out again? How many times has this happened? And we have flashbacks to them. Whenever I wake up, something is different. It would be good if I could at least remember what happened. I won't get any better if it's always like this. Anyway, if this is a place where monsters like these appear, Yuta might really be in danger. I have to find him before it's too late. And she sees them. Yuta, don't come. Please don't. Please. But she can't hear. You damn monster, let go of Yuta right now. And then Ron makes it to them. Okay, yeah, we saw it towards the end of last time. What are you doing? You can't beat a monster like that. Get back here. Isn't it strange? Why is everyone calling me a monster? They'd probably say that without knowing anything, but that isn't nice, or that isn't a nice word to hear. And then the attack comes in. Bhavati Vayu. We have silence. Magic isn't working. That means. And we had the creature from last time with Asha. There was more than one big guy. If it keeps its eyes open like that, most magic would be useless. If it was a small one, I could have just taken it out with Hoti Brahma, but that monster's too big. It'd be a waste to use this here, but I have no other choice. Hoti, Vishnu. And we cut away before we see it. After running in and attacking so arrogantly, is that all you've got? And Lisa's trapped. Well, you would be able to take out small Shuras with that much power, but you should have chosen your opponent more carefully. But you seem to have some endurance. Since you just used up your opportunity, I thought you would have no power left. The effect of the magic's too strong. If I don't use my eyes, it'd be hard to kill you. But it hurt my pride if I couldn't kill a kid like you without using my eyes. Shall we see how much longer you can hold out? Stop it. Please stop this, Mother. Please. Yuta's still caught. Am I going to lose another person, just like last time when I couldn't do anything? She thinks about her village and about Marana. No, I lacked strength before, but now I have strength, and Yuta's in my reach. Don't worry, Yuta. I'll never run away, only to save myself anymore. I'll save you with my strength. And she activates it again and breaks free. What? She should have already used up her opportunity on the earthquake earlier. How did she... And we see her reflected in Lisa's eyes. Screw off, you monster. And then we see her get pissed and start transforming to look more in the face like Yuta does. Okay, and then to be continued. We have more to read. I like this stuff. Just because, I feel like there's not much I can talk about before reading the next 2 chapters. But because this is mostly just like us continuing on with the same line of logic, the same line of story. But I really, really like the characters that we're dealing with right now. I want to see Ron get in there and do some more because I like him. But the Asha stuff is interesting. Vishnu is really, really important, and we're not seeing the Vishnu spell right now. And I wonder if... So, using the spell is to call upon the powers of the gods, but Vishnu has been missing. So, again, her using this is interesting in general. And then, of course, Lee's using her powers more, and her realizing herself that she's been blacking out is good development. Plus, Yuta's really great, and I want to see where things with Yuta and his mother go. But we have 5 more chapters until the end of the season, so let's see what happens in 96. We start with where last chapter ended, and Lisa's power stops, actually. Oh, because she's using her eyes. Right, she transformed. And then Lisa's grabbed and thrown into one of the walls. And wow, the sense of scale and distance is huge. But So it is interesting to note that the eyes stop Lise from, using her power, which is like, it's a spell, it's the power of a god. So it makes me wonder, the Chaos Clan Shura or whatever, are they just good, like like elementally advantageous against gods if they can cut off this power? And can they only cut it off if a human's using it and not the god themselves? But then Kubera is, or Lise, is a special case since she has the power of the name, but her power can still get cancelled out. And then, that was a close one. To think she would have so much strength even without her opportunity. I shouldn't have been so careless. Things would have been much easier if I had done this from the start. She must have died instantly from the impact to her bare body. I'm going to crush her one more time, just to make sure. I'm not going to leave you alone. I can't lose an art that I've worked so hard to make. With the everlasting mother's love, even at the face of losing everything. A mother who will always put you first, and do anything for you. And, even if she dies 1,000 times, she'll come back to be on your side, like the beginning. That's the kind of mother I will give you. Even though I won't ever be able to see you again, you will always see your mother, even if it's against your will. You were smiling, but you knew I would be miserable, but why? And we have a ripping sound effect. And he starts to de-transform again. Or is that... okay, that's her de-transforming. As Yuta rips away. And then... Chapter 96, Lies for You, Part 8. Wow, my magic really disappeared as soon as that monster opened its eyes. But I guess it's good... since it's not as bad as I thought, huh? Although it isn't very pleasant. I can hold out, even without Hoti Kubera. I just wish that smell of rotting meat would go away. It'll be dangerous for Lise if her Hoti Kubera wears off. Damn it. What can I do, even if I know that? How am I supposed to save her when she's attacking that huge monster without even thinking, when I can't even use my magic now? Ah, that's right. If the conditions for nullifying magic is that eye, maybe I could use the magic if I get out of its field of vision. Expected scenario. Hoti Indra. Ransairafe used Hoti Indra from a blind spot. 1,337 damage. Monster strikes back. And just tons of damage. Ransairafe, 36, died while trying to graduate from college. I don't think this is it. That monster probably has more health than I can manage. There's no way I could take it out in one blow of regular magic. If I want to take it out in one blow, I have no other choice but to use that, I guess. They're doing the thing. Use that. Ron, are you crazy? What kind of person would do something so crazy during the magic exam? We have another flashback. They're having an emergency meeting, saying what you did is unprecedented. You're the one that lost when they invalidate the whole exam. The exam seemed so real that I mistook it for the real thing. I thought you might die, so... But I got the highest score ever, although it may not count. Did you hear the examiner stutter when he was announcing my score? Then, you're such a kid. Maybe I should knock some sense into you. Why would you hit me? Don't ever use it again. Got it? You really might die one day. Why would you care about how I use my life? And why would you hit someone who saved your life? But this isn't the magic exam or anything. It's the real thing. I'm in Carte's water channel. I may not even make it back alive. So wouldn't it be better for me to use it now? And he hears booming and gets whammed in the face with some sort of jewel-looking rock. I guess maybe a piece of the ice, just purple from the lighting. What the? Oh, and he sees the transformed Yuta. Damn it, there are two monsters now, and this one looks even stronger. He takes off. What? Are the two monsters fighting? I don't know what kind of monster it is, but I'm thankful that it appeared. But where did Lise and Yuta disappear to? And he makes it to Lise, who's still holding herself up. We have the crashing. My son, what on earth have you done? I tried very hard, Mother. I didn't dodge when I could have. I didn't push you away when I could have. I pleaded with you again and again so I can protect Lise without hurting you, but you refused to listen to the end. I wanted to protect you this time, but it's just the same. No matter how many times you come back to life, you never change. Why do you always make me a bad son? And again, no matter how many times you go back to life, I was talking before, I'm like, shouldn't chaos be a god rather than a Shura? And it makes me wonder, because we know that gods are the ones that resurrect and come back to life. So it just makes me wonder, is she like chaos god then? Not sure. But then again, she has a transformation. Maybe chaos itself is like some special case. Like maybe not necessarily a halfway point between the two, but just a special case in general. Why do you always make me a bad son? What do you mean, always? You once told me that I seem to forget what I don't want to believe in, but you would never tell me what memories I erased when I asked you. That's because it'll only hurt you if you knew. Yes, that's why I didn't want to tell you either. At first I told you a couple of times, but every time you reincarnated you forgot. When you even have the power of foresight, you always believed only whatever you wanted to believe. Again, is this a translation issue? Is foresight maybe supposed to be the god's ability? But it's a weird translation? I'm not sure. Because, like, I have to wonder sometimes because some of these sentences aren't exactly the most proper English. So I'm like, oh, I don't know what sort of terminology they might be messing up on. I am Queen Taraka who rules over the Taraka clan. I'm the strongest and most beautiful, and I have a proud son who is half Garuda. But mother, that's not your memory. And she's surprised. My son, why would everyone call me a monster when I'm so beautiful like this? I don't know. I can't be sure because your creator isn't here. But since you were made to raise me well, I guess there was no reason for you to look beautiful in anyone else's eyes except mine. Okay, so maybe everyone else saw her as the huge giant monster. He's, like, when we see her like this, we're just seeing her as Yuta sees her. It looks like you remembered something, so I'll tell you in short. It's true that your name is Taraka, but the position as queen, having your immense strength, Garuda, and your son, all of those are memories of the goddess Kali, and your beauty can only be seen by my eyes. And we see them both in their fully Shura form. So again, it seems like the mother that was created by the god Kali. And I mentioned before when we were first getting into this stuff and they were like, they don't operate like normal Shura do. I was like, is it a possibility? I mean, we know about the different Zen levels of gods to some degree. I mean, we know that there are different levels. But I was like, what if these chaos creatures or shadow creatures are things that were created by one of the gods? I really thought we already heard that one of the temples was the Temple of Chaos, which is why I was like, okay, it has to be a god. So I'm assuming then Kali is the goddess or god of chaos. And I'm pretty sure probably Yuta's real mother. Yuta is probably half god, half Shura, making him extremely, extremely special. And this mother is probably just a creation of the god, goddess, whatever. I don't think in Kubera it probably doesn't actually matter. I mean, we know it doesn't matter for like Gnostica Shura. So this is probably just a creation that was created to serve as a mother, and the other shadow creatures, the other, I guess, Taraka clan or whatever, are probably also just creations. I guess maybe you could even consider them artificial Shura, created by the goddess of chaos. But either way, that's where we end. And again, it's one of those things where I'm 400 plus chapters behind. You don't need to spell everything out to me. I'll find out more as I read. But that's just where my thoughts, my theories lie right this second. So yeah, I think it is becoming more clear though after this chapter. But either way, we have one more to read. Let's go on to chapter 97. We start with, it looks like a flashback probably. You're definitely a mother dedicated to her son. Looking like that even in my eyes. Does this mean I may leave now? Then let me say my first and last thank you, even though I'm sure that you can't hear me any longer. Then back to the present. She's crying. Mother, What did you do to me in the past? Please tell me, my son. What did you do? What did you do to make me forget everything? Tell me, please, I'm begging you. Then chapter 97, Lies for You, 9. And I love that it's a reversal of both her and him for Kubera and Asha. I guess, I don't know if Ron is really looped into this, but the Lies for You feels like all of these lies or withheld information in order to protect the person you care about, lying to them. And it's one of those things where it's like the sorrow of loss, or I think there are a few other arcs that may have been like that, where the title can refer to like more than one situation that's going on in that arc, where the sorrow of loss has to do with, Gantarva and Agni and Brilith. Like, it's referring to like multiple characters, and this is Lies for You, but I feel like again it's referring to multiple characters. And we're over at Lee's. Oh, I'm dizzy. I think I felt a lot of pain. Oh, whatever, I'm okay now anyway. And it looks like she just fully healed up. And it was like green energy instead of the gold energy this time. Ah, whatever. I'm okay now anyway. That monster and Yuta, where'd they go? Did they go this way? I was thinking maybe her powers activated to protect her, but it seems like, they may have also done that, but it seems like she actually took the damage, but then instead of the usual gold energy, this green energy healed her. That monster and Yuta, where'd they go? Did they go this way? She starts falling over, but is caught by Ron. Hey, get yourself together. You have no more vigor left. What did you think you were gonna do? What was that light just now? There's no way a kid who just learned magic could use fusion magic or something. Yuta was taken by a monster. I need to save him. Okay, I get it. So let's just get out of here first. I'll take you to the channel and then go look for Yuta. And we have a flop. And she's out. She's asleep. She fell asleep. Amazing. Even though she has no vigor left, how can she fall asleep at a time like this? Asha said it would be dangerous when her Hoti Kubera runs out. But why's she perfectly fine? What do I need to do? Or what do I do once I get to the channel? We need to meet Asha to find a way out. We have this rumbling. What was that? Another earthquake. And all the ice is cracking around them. Oh my, is the channel collapsing because of those two monsters from before? It can't be helped. We're gonna have to give up Yuta and get out of the channel. So we came in through that way. Well, what the hell is this? And it's all collapsing. How can it just collapse all at once? And I think that's Yuta coming in probably to save them. This guy is from earlier. Why is he helping us? Is he a good guy? Now that I look at him, he kind of looks like a human. So there are Shuras that look like this, huh? Thanks. What's he staring at? Is he looking at Lee's, not me? But why does he feel like... And he thinks of Yuta. I must be going crazy. To think a high-level Shura who's able to take on a human form is traveling with humans in the human realm. Asha's actually, and then we have Asha's actually a girl. Would be a more believable story. But if that guy isn't Yuta, there'd be no reason for him to help us. Hey, you? Can I ask you why you're helping us? And he's quiet, and then turns back with seemingly with the eyes popping out. No, I didn't want to fight. I was thankful, but I was just curious. And a slash past him, and he creates riding. Ron Cyrefe, I've heard that you're afraid of halves, but Shuras are okay for you, huh? It would have been nice if Lee's was also like that. Wait, then you're really Yuta? And he just looks at him silently. He's smiling. He really is Yuta. Oh my, a high-level Shura that makes human friends and are even polite to them. He'll definitely go on my top 5 list of the most amazing dudes I've met in my life. So I love that, yeah, even though they said, you gotta hide yourself, he hates halves, we have Ron being like, oh my god, he's so cool. Now that I think about it, Asha didn't really give Yuta any concern. He probably didn't worry about Yuta because Yuta was a high-level Shura. And then we have the flashback to him saying he didn't get taken, he went on his own free will. Or her saying, sorry. I just saw he a bunch and rolled with it. He'll come back safe and sound, so don't put him in a bad position by trying to rescue him. I'll not be far behind, but if I end up being late, please take care of Lise. Yuta doesn't need your help, but Lise may be in danger once her Hoti Kubera runs out. You damn monster. Let go of Yuta right now. That's strange. Then why did Lise try so hard to save Yuta? Does Lise not know that you're a Shura? He nods. Seems your situation's a bit complicated. Seems that Lise hates Shuras from what he wrote earlier. If you need to hide it from Lise, wouldn't it be best to change back to human form? What if she wakes up or something? And then, why is he hesitating? Is there a problem? Ransai Rafei. And Asha makes it back. Asha, you got here just in time. Did you know that Yuta is... And he flies off. What the... Where's he going? I can't be certain whether Yuta will come back or not. So we can't rely on Yuta right now. We need to get out of the channel on our own. If we don't get out... Sorry, hiccup. If we don't get out of this collapsing channel soon, we'll be stuck in space for good. And he goes back to his mother, who I think I can call Taraka. I think that might be her actual name. To be continued, and we leave there. And honestly, I got through this so quickly that if I weren't already a day behind, I would want to just read the next 3 and finish season 1 this week. But I will end it here, just because, once again, I'm a day behind. Sorry about that. But either way, I enjoyed these 3 chapters. I think what's going on right now is really, really good. As usual, as always, Kubera's strength is in the characters. The characters are so good. But yeah, I guess I'll end it here. Thank you so much for watching, for all of your support and everything. Like I said, next week I will finish out season 1, then I'll do a character ranking, I'll react to the bonus chapters that I missed. I think Nayade Hemmings, I think I'll do something with him after season 1, like a collaborative thing, and I'll keep you all updated about that. Then we'll get straight into season 2 and go through season 2. Reviews, of course, will be up whenever I have time to work on them. So that's it for now. Thank you so much. And of course, if I ever, get hit by inspiration to do something other than reactions or reviews or the character ranking that I'm doing between seasons, if I get hit with inspiration to do anything else Kubera related, I'll be doing that too. But either way, that's it. Thank you. I feel like it's hard to do things like that unless you're like caught up, or at least more caught up. But either way, thank you. If you did like the video, comment down there to tell me what you thought of these chapters, my first thoughts and reaction to them. Subscribe for more Kubera, much, much, much more on the channel. Follow on Twitter if you want. If you want a link to the Discord server, it's free and open for anyone. If you'd like to help support the channel, then you can drop a super thanks down below if you'd like to, or if you want to not only help support the channel, help me to keep making videos, but also get One Piece videos a bit early. If you want to get a shout out at the end of every single video, then go to patreon.com/HakuOfTheTubes, or a link will be in the description to become a patron, or just hit join down below to become a channel member. It works either way. So thank you so much to people who are patrons and members already. Thank you to Chosen Regular, Evan Hawley, Magical Girls, FR Nono and Abyss Knight, Jerryton Students, David Langstaff and Folded Ghoul, Slayer Candidates, SG and Stan Cedar, and Pure Element Pate Ardial. Thank you all so much for your support. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you all next time.